Good day, everyone. I am Mrs. Toral Rajeev Sachdeva from Sri R.J. Bajaria English Medium Primary School, Borivali. Let's do English Bal Bharti Standard 4th. Today I shall do Unit 1, Poem 5, 6 Honest Serving Men. Let me give you a brief idea as to what this poem is all about. This poem is about children's curiosity to gain more and more knowledge. Children ask hundreds of questions in a day. Who, where, what, why, how. These are the words that they use while asking questions. And that is why they are called the honest serving men by our poet Mr. Rudyard Kipling. Let's begin. 6 honest serving men. I keep 6 honest serving men. They taught me all I knew. Their names are what and why and when and how and where and who. I send them over land and sea. I send them east and west. But after they have worked for me, I give them all a rest. I let them rest from 9 till 5, for I am busy then, as well as breakfast, lunch and tea, for they are hungry men. But different folks have different views. I know a person small. She keeps 10 million serving men who get no rest at all. She sends them abroad on her own affairs. From the second she opens her eyes, 1 million hows, 2 million wares, and 7 million whys. This is a very interesting poem, children. Let me tell you the meanings now. 6 honest serving men. Honest, truthful, or sincere. I keep 6 honest serving men. They taught me all I knew. Here, the serving men are the questions that we ask. What, why, when, how, where, who, and there are still some more questions like which, whose, and many more. As you will grow up, you will learn how to question more and more. I send them over land and sea. I send the questions everywhere. To the land, to the sea, east, west, everywhere. To get more and more answers so that my curiosity is filled up. I send them over land and sea. I send them east and west. But after they have worked for me, I give them all the rest. I give them rest because now I have grown up and most of my curiosity is answered. So I give them a rest. Other than that, I also give them rest from 9 to 5. 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock because either I am busy in my work or I am having my breakfast, lunch or tea. Alright. Let me read that passage. I let them rest from 9 till 5, for I am busy then, as well as breakfast, lunch, and tea, for they are hungry men. But different folks have different views. I know a person small. Person small means small children. She keeps 10 million serving men who get no rest at all. She sends them abroad on her own affairs. She sends them abroad means she sends them everywhere. See, she sends them here and there and everywhere just to fulfill her curiosity or to answer all her serving men. From the second she opens her eyes, from the second she opens her eyes means from the time she is awake, from sleep. From the second she opens her eyes, 1 million hows, 2 million wares, and 7 million whys. All these questions go on in her mind, or all these serving men help her to fulfill her curiosity. This is a beautiful poem by Rudyard Kipling. Let us do some question answers, dear children. Who has taught the poet all he knew? 6 honest serving men. The 6 honest serving men taught him all he knew, or the 6 honest serving men taught the poet all he knew. Here, the 6 honest serving men are the questions: what, why, when, how, where, who. And there are some more which are not mentioned in the poem, like whose, whom, which, and many more. Well, let's take up the second question. When does the poet give them all a rest? When does the poet give the serving men all the rest? The poet gives the serving men rest from 9 to 5 or during breakfast, lunch, and tea. Here it also means that grown-ups or elders do not ask many questions, and that is the time they give rest to the serving men. Alright, let's take up the next one. Who keeps 10 million serving men? Very easy, isn't it? Children keep 10 million serving men with them. Do the serving men of the small person get any rest? No, the serving men of small person or children do not get any rest, because children have millions and millions of questions, millions and millions of serving men they use. I hope you have enjoyed this poem, dear children. I want you to do this small exercise in your notebook. Here some sentences are given. You have to write the questions for it. Children, let us do the next exercise. Look at these sentences here. Let us look at the first one. Mr. Patil is our English teacher. Now, we all know that serving men are questions. So, let us frame a question for this answer. 1. I can ask, who was Mr. Patil? Or who is Mr. Patil? Second, I can even ask, what subject does Mr. Patil teach? So, as you have seen, children, for one sentence we can use more serving men that are appropriate for our answer. I want you to do all the 6 sentences with the help of our serving men. Children, your third activity is to find out the rhyming words from the poem. I hope you have enjoyed the session. Have a good day. God bless you, dear children. Bye bye. Children, do not forget to put question mark at the end of the question or at the end of the serving men. Please remember to put a question mark at the end of the question.